Things are weird right now. However, this week, as most of us are hopefully staying at home, is a perfect opportunity to learn new things. So, I quickly want to give you a few tips on how to effectively manage your time in order to learn as much as you can throughout this week and, frankly, your whole lifetime. And next week, I'll address the more psychological side regarding this period of time, so consider subscribing for that. So, firstly, what do you want to learn? Is it a foreign language, a painting technique, math, or all the presidents of the United States? Whatever it is, it's a good idea to judge how much time it can take you to reach the sort of higher intermediate level in the given skill. You know, there are some people who can majorly improve in a foreign language in a week, or who can use their past experiences to learn anything quicker this time. But you may want to learn something completely new. Whatever applies to you, try to think deeply about your choice. Although pretty much all new skills are very valuable, your time is even more precious. So, picking something that you think you'll enjoy and you have a strong internal motivation to learn makes it easier to focus during the boring days and keep practicing. Now, when you know what you want to learn, it's time to actually do it. And the starting point is usually one of the most difficult times during your journey. That's why I think that being hyped for learning a thing is so helpful. However, most of the time, you're not excited about starting your math homework. So, how to make it easier for you to start? Well, in my opinion, the key is to create a welcoming atmosphere around the thing you're trying to learn. For example, preparing a cup of your favorite tea and a playlist of songs you love before starting a session makes it more approachable to begin. Right? At least you're gonna listen to some great music. It cannot be that bad, can it? Other examples can include things like lighting up the fire in the fireplace, sitting in your favorite chair, or telling yourself that you're gonna watch an episode of your beloved show after the session. The possibilities are endless. Find something that helps you to make it more approachable. Alright, so now that you started your learning journey with your first session, I want to talk to you about mnemonics. I've talked about them a few times before on this channel, but quite a lot of you wanted me to explain them a bit more. So, what are they? Basically, any memory techniques that you can think of. They are great for learning languages, but can be used for learning anything really. My favorite types of mnemonics are associations. Basically, you take the thing you want to remember or understand better, and you relate it to something you already know. You can see how it can help you in language learning, right? I'll give you an example. During my last session of Korean, I wanted to remember the word subak, which means watermelon. So, I imagined a Subaru Impreza parked in a suburban space with a watermelon in a plastic bag. And now, I will remember it forever. But for example, if you want to learn a mathematical formula, you can make an acronym of the letters that make up the formula, or arrange them in such a way that they are making a real English word. So, I recommend reading more about different mnemonics. I hope you can see how useful they can be. I leave some great resources in the description, so you can check them out. So, that's it. If you want to start learning a subject or a skill you're excited about, and you keep showing up and practicing the right way, for example by reading reliable sources and using mnemonics, you should be happy with your progress. Just remember that it's not a race. There's no rush, especially now. Unless you're trying to learn how to run a marathon, then that is a race. Okay, bad jokes aside, I also leave a link to a very popular lecture on the topic of study less, study smart, which I think is a great mindset to adopt. I wish you all the best during these difficult times, and I really hope to see you next time. Hopefully, all healthy.